Grown in Gospel, Season 1, Episode 4. So the episode starts off with Bree, who's my favorite character. She's outside of her house and she's talking to Jay Brooks. And she's asking her about Elijah. So she's like, well, I don't know too much about Elijah. And she's saying how she's not really too comfortable with him, because he tends to go overboard. She's saying how, he's making her uncomfortable. And I guess she was telling him about her experience with him the other night. So Jay Brooks is like, give him a chance because he's very knowledgeable and he could actually help. But I'm kind of like sure at this point with all the things that he's done, she does not want his help, and I don't blame her. Because she's like apprehensive, like, oh, okay, like she's trying to take the advice, but I can tell she's not really feeling Isaiah at this moment, because he is extra. Because she was saying like how he walks a thin line between fashionable and just straight up crazy. And I saw that in the first 2 episodes, right? So, Bree and, what's his name? Elijah. They meet up, right? Oh, okay. The thing moved. So then Bree and Elijah, they meet up and they're sitting because she wanted to talk to him about, like, how he treated her the last time they saw each other. And I felt like at first he wasn't getting what he was saying because she asked him, like, do you think it's possible to push people over the edge? And he said no. So I'm just like, if he's sitting there saying no, imagine how many people he done pissed off. And not thinking that he's really, like, ticked them off. Like, really, sir? You don't think you're extra? So after she explained stuff to him, explained, like, why she was humiliated, and how she was saying, like, it was everything you were doing leading up to the point where you put her, where you put her boots in the garbage. And she said, by that time I was done because you had been poking. And he had, right? When she finally, like, explained everything to him and, how he made her feel some kind of way, and she explained why she was feeling that kind of way, he started to understand a little bit more. And I'm kind of, like, glad he saw where she was coming from. He actually sat there and he apologized. So I was digging that, like, okay. Alright, so I like him a little bit more than I did a couple of days ago because I couldn't respect anyone that apologizes for doing wrong as long as they don't turn around and do the same thing again. Because there are some people I'm pretty sure some people know personally people in their lives, right? I've had roommates do this. Like, they'll like apologize for something and then they'll turn around and do some other bull crap that ticks me off. And I'm just like, are you serious? Or something similar to what they apologize for. And I'm just like, are you for real right now? And they actually hugged. So I was just like, wow, like, so they're getting along better. They're hugging. They're making progress. And I'm glad because he's really trying. I could tell, like, he's really trying to help her. He just needs to change his delivery and how he comes off. That's all. So they're in this photo shoot and they're trying to change Bree's look. So they put this wig or whatever on Bree. It's a blonde wig because they were saying, okay, well, we like the color. We just don't like the style the hair is in. So they changed the style. They gave her this long blonde wig. And she looks beautiful with long hair. But it's a lot of hair on. She has a small face, And I don't know if she likes long hair and short hair. I think she likes both. I would like to see her, like, if they're going to take away her curly hair, can they give her, like, a short, straight hairstyle, like I don't know, like a bump hairstyle? I want to see how that would look on her. Plus, it seems like she can really rock some short hair. It seems like she can really rock the short hair. Okay? So, I'm feeling the look that they gave her. Like, she looked cute. She did say she looked a hot mess. The hair was very long, so kind of like might have made her self-conscious. So they get to this next scene, and it's Bree and TASHA at Bree's house. And Bree has a cute little cozy house. I like it. It's cute and cozy, and and she does work from home. So that's cool. She's a working woman, She's just trying to do her thing. I like that. And they're talking about how they used to dance in the strip clubs. And TASHA was saying how she used to live a double life, and for a while the church didn't know. And then Bree was saying that how she was around a whole bunch of beautiful women, and for that I believe she was saying that she started to explore same-sex relationships for a while, And Tasha said, well, she started to do that too, but it was like for a few years. And I'm like, I'm just thinking, hey, okay, you like what you like, you know what I'm saying? You like what you like. So her and Tasha had something in common, dancing in the strip clubs. Bree was trying to help her mother because she was struggling, and Tasha was just living, Tasha was just living a double life, Wow. It's just so amazing that these people, like they're raised in the church and they're raised to love Jesus and all of that, and they're going through things behind the scenes, behind closed doors, and they're living double lives and they're struggling and they're trying to help their family. And I was so glad to see how Tasha opened up and was just, having empathy for her, understanding her, and how they used to be up in the same boat up in the strip clubs, just shaking that thing, and they were making their money, and they were raised in the church. And how for a while that, they didn't let their families know because, that would have been like, what? We raised y'all to be up in the church, not up in no strip clubs. But I guess life was hard whether you were raised in or out of the church. And then you have Nakia and how she just opened about the fact that she loves bad boys. I'm like, girl, like what you like, okay? If it works for you and if you like it, I love it. Then we get to this whole big thing that's going on, and I believe it could be Tasha's husband that's starting this thing. But then again, I don't really know because he's the one that went to her and was saying these things. So it's this whole big thing about somebody. Is either Tasha's husband or somebody. She's saying that they came to her and saying that Shayna, because there's another cast member named Shayna, is talking about Tasha's marriage, right? Because I believe Tasha might have been divorced before. So Tasha has had trouble with her marriages. And she was saying in one segment that she didn't want to have another divorce before the age of 40. I'm so glad I decided not to get married because the divorce rates are just so high. It just makes me not interested. Like, I don't want to get married. I'll have boyfriends all year long, but we don't have to get married. It's just as long as we commit to each other and we're exclusive and we're respecting our relationship, then I'm happy with that. But this marriage thing, it just seems to dissolve so quickly. For some people, not all. If it's working for you, then, hallelujah. So her and her husband, they're having marital problems. And I just hope that one day she finds a man that's right for her and doesn't give her any issues, Because who wants to keep having the same problems over and over? That can be a little bit annoying, I would be annoyed, And, so I feel like Tasha's already like believing that Shayna is talking crap about her marriage, but she's already like on the accusatory side. Because at one point she says, well, I would like to talk to Shayna and figure out why she's talking about my marriage and let her know that I don't appreciate her talking about my marriage. But I'm just thinking, how do you know she's actually talking about your marriage? Because according to Tasha, someone is coming to her telling her, just telling her, just like hearsay, that Shayna is talking crap about her marriage, right? I honestly, in my opinion, don't think it's true. I think somebody is trying to like drive a wedge between their friendships, I don't know. So before her and Shayna get to the table, Shayna has a meeting with Jay Brooks because I think she's actually confused as to what is going on because I don't think she's starting things. I don't think it's her. So she's sitting with Jay Brooks, and she's telling him like, look, there's an issue between me and Tasha because someone is going to Tasha, telling her that I'm talking crap about her marriage, and she was saying that Tasha had contacted her asking her about it, right? And she was saying that she kept telling Tasha like she didn't know what Tasha was talking about, because she's like, her and Tasha's been friends for a long time. Tasha was at her wedding. She said, why would I be even, be talking about your marriage like that if we're supposed to be friends and we're supposed to be close? Which makes sense to me. So I believe somebody's starting some bullish, okay? If you ask me, somebody is out here being devilish and they're trying to drive a wedge between these two girls, because even when Shayna meets Tasha at the restaurant, she's looking like really confused, like, okay. Because she's sitting there telling Tasha, like, I've been told you about 2 or 3 times that, I'm not saying anything. Like, why would I do that? Why would I be talking about you in your marriage? And she's telling Tasha, like, listen, somebody is obviously trying to start something, and I can't believe you believe whoever this is over me, right? In my mind, I think that Tasha is still sort of kind of accusing her, because she's like, well, if you understand what I'm saying, I feel like whoever's lying is still going to be lying, because I feel like she's still trying to tell Shayna that she's lying. And I really think Shayna don't know what the hell's going on. I've been in like stupid situations where people try to start stuff. It wasn't about marriage. Like, it'll be like something stupid. Like, I had a roommate. People were over at the house, and she was telling people that I was drinking her orange juice, and I was just like, I don't even buy orange juice. I eat the orange juice. I don't buy orange juice like that. Like, what? Like, I was like, I don't even drink orange juice. Like, I'll go for weeks without drinking orange juice. You might see me drink orange juice once in a blue moon, and I have to be craving it. But I'm not somebody that actually goes out and buys orange juice. I don't drink orange juice like that. But the way she was ranting and raving, they probably didn't believe her crazy. But anyway. But I'm like, yeah, somebody's trying to draw a wedge and start some stuff. And I feel like this girl is being gullible and believing it. So then I'm like, you know what? At this point, Shayna, if she keep accusing you, I would tell her to go somewhere and like, I hope it's not true, because Shayna's acting like she's really confused. Cause I'm like, girl, if I done told you about 3 or 4 times that it's not me, and I'm clearly giving you answers, I'm telling you I don't know what you're talking about. I would just have to stop fooling with you, because apparently they don't want us to get along. So I'm just gonna leave this ish alone. Because even Shayna's like, I'm just trying to be peaceful, like, I'm trying to be peaceful, and why wouldn't you believe me when we're close? Which makes sense. So I see it. People are just so much, such troublemakers, and they know who's gonna believe their bullcrap. That's what it looks like to me. So we get to the end of the episode, and this was a kicker, because I did not know this either. Like, what, girl? I thought you was holy. Like, I knew you were dancing in strip clubs, but I thought I didn't know you were doing other things, Okay. So, Tasha was saying that even like in the beginning of her marriage to this guy that I believe she's separated from now, she was saying that a lot of times he would act like he's not interested in her. Like, she would come out in sexy lingerie and stuff like that, and he wouldn't even look up from the book, or he wouldn't look up from whatever he was doing. And she's trying to save the marriage. Like, she's really trying not to get a divorce. She's trying to save the marriage. But the way things went in this clip, I believe she just decided that, that she's just going to have to let go. And she might just actually have to get this divorce, because it seems like this man is just not interested in her, right? Because it seems like maybe when they first got married, he loved her. But I don't think this man wants her anymore. He could just tell her that, instead of just acting so nonchalant and acting like he don't see her in the room. She came out, she put a nice dress on. She went and waxed the hair off her legs, and because in a few clips before, she and I think Nikki had went to the spa, so she had waxed the hair off her legs, and she really wanted to look good for her husband, and she was trying to do things to save the marriage. And one way she was trying to make herself look good. She's already pretty, but she was trying to amp herself up more. Her husband comes over to the house, and this guy is acting like, at this point, I'm like, girl, you need to be with somebody else, because it seems like he's no longer interested. But how rude of him to actually ignore you right up in your face like that, At this point, you see how I draw my hands on eczema. At this point, he's just being straight up rude, like he's just ignoring her. He's acting like he's not interested. And I feel like he kind of sort of got his karma. Like, I don't condone this. I don't condone what she actually did. But at the same point, I can understand why she felt like she had to do this. Because she's really not getting any attention from him. He's acting like he's not even really her husband. So he's sitting at the table, right? And she comes out in her dress with her bare legs and stuff like that. And she's trying to, seduce him or whatever. And he wasn't looking up. She puts her hand out to him and he leaves her hand hanging. Just rude, right? So she's like, so you just gonna leave me, like really? Like you leaving me my hand hanging like this? So he was like, oh, so, you expected us to, get busy tonight? He didn't say those words, but that's what he was like implying us. So you expected this to happen? So she's looking at him in disbelief, like, like, is this guy for real? Like, like you're still my husband. I understand we're having issues, but you're still my husband. So I'm just looking at him like, wow. It's like he's really like just blatantly acting like she's not even existing. So then I guess she got tired of all his bull crap and how he just treats her like she's invisible, right? And it's kind of like what he gets because he's not paying attention to her. And he's going to keep getting hurt like this, even though I don't condone it, if he keeps ignoring other women that he's in relationships with. So she sits down at the table and she says, this is what I'm going to do. Like, oh my God. This girl turns around, she drops a bombshell on his ass. And I'm like, yeah, because she needs attention. She's a woman with needs, right? First of all, I didn't know the man had glasses because when I first saw this man sitting at the table, I didn't see him with glasses. Maybe in another scene he had glasses. He had glasses on at first. I didn't see them. So he's sitting at the table. And all of a sudden she said, I'm sorry for cheating on you. I'm sorry for cheating on you. But you have to understand that, I can't have a marriage without, relations and being loved and being treated right. And I'm like, she's right. She's wrong for the cheating. But she's right because she needs attention. So I'm like, what? His eyes blew up a little bit. And I was like, oh, ish. Like he didn't even notice shit. So, that man had to put his glasses on because I guess he just sitting there like, I gotta see this shit to believe it. Like, did she really just say what she just said just now? She was like, yeah, I needed attention. Of course, you're not giving it to me. You already, he was. He acting like he don't really want no more. He better learn how to treat his woman better. Like, I don't condone the cheating. I would say just leave the guy. But it's kind of like, this is kind of like your karma. Like, you treat her like crap. You ignore her. So she's like, I'm not going to allow anybody, have anything dangling over my head because I'm going to say it first and let you know what happened. And yeah, I was unfaithful during the time we were separated. Child. So not only was she dancing in the strip clubs, this woman done committed adultery. Ain't she a woman of the church? What? Are you serious? Committing adultery? I was just like, damn, this show was just giving me all the extra sauce I needed. Like, wow. This episode was a little bit more interesting than the first two. I was like, I didn't know that whenever she felt like she, wasn't getting enough attention from a man, she'd go find it somewhere else. Now, I don't condone that. Like I said, just leave the person. But why? So after she gave him that revelation, and the boy had to put his glasses on, child. The boy started crying. This man started crying. She realized at that moment that the marriage was over because she was like, I know that you'll never be able to trust me again. But I'm not gonna have nobody hanging anything over my head. And at that moment, I was like, yeah, it's over between y'all. Like, he just found out you cheated. We just found out you cheated, girl. Like, what the hell? And she called over the camera. She was like, you can unmic us. And they went over there, took their mics off. She was done with him. She told the camera crew to take their mics off. I was just like, homegirl was done. Sometimes I love when people know when something is just done. So I am so proud and happy for her. By the time they went over to take off homeboy's mic, that mug was crying. He was crying. I was like, she done made the man cry on national TV or, a national series. Like, oh my God. This show was being aired and this boy crying. Because he just found out his wife cheated on him. But now I feel like he understands how much pain she was in from the way he's been treating her like she doesn't exist. So now I feel like he's feeling as much pain as she is. And I kind of feel like it's good for him. Please don't cheat. At the same time, treat your women better, please. We do not want to see y'all crying up on the tube like that. You know, and you should have seen the look on her face. She was just staring at him with conviction. You know how, like, you stare at somebody after you just finished whooping their ass, right? Or if you just finished telling them off and you're just looking at them like, you know, or if you just finished telling them off and you're just looking at them like, she was just standing there staring at him like, yeah, I got you, and that's it. Like, she was just staring at him like, oh, like, whoa, like she's done with him. That's the look I give somebody when I'm just through with them. Like, when I'm just, that's like, I'm just like, damn, this show is getting hot in the third episode. Like, for real? Oh my God. Now, you know, I can't wait for episode 4. I can't wait. I can't wait. I don't know if it's going to be episode 4 or season 2, episode 1, but it might be episode 4. It should be. It should be. Because I got to see this to believe it myself now. Like, what? So I'm going to get into some more shows that I've never seen before, right? And try to review those. I might get into single black female. I might get into that. I'm not sure. I don't want to go too far back like people have already like reviewed it so long ago. But I want to get into some things that I've missed. So I've missed like a lot of like paying attention to like a lot of girl groups and stuff like that from years of just running back and forth. I've moved like 15 times in the last how many years. So I haven't had time to focus on like a lot of movies and stuff. I've missed like a lot. So I'm just now catching up, living with crazy people, going home, you can't think, and you know, like, so I'm just in the business of getting myself right, getting me right, and catching up on what I've missed, and you know, getting my life back. But I hope that you guys like this review. I'm like, what? And hopefully, you know, and check back for more reviews. So I might post tomorrow, but most of my posts might happen in between Monday and Fridays. You know, I'm going to try to do a post on Saturdays, maybe Sundays. Sundays, I'm not sure. But most of my posts will more than likely be during the week. And thank you guys so much for watching.